Hey, welcome back to Lazy Bettor Guide's in focus view of the 2022 Kentucky Derby contenders. I'm Roger LeBlanc, author of The Lazy Bettor's Guide to the Kentucky Derby, and you can find that book and other great content at lazybettorusa.com. Today, our in focus view, we've grouped three horses together. They all have similar running styles, so we've thrown Mo Donegal, Zandon, the Bluegrass winner, and Smile Happy, the Bluegrass runner-up, all in the same video here because it would be repetitive. I have the same thing to say about all of them pretty much. In my book, The Lazy Bettor's Guide to the Kentucky Derby, I put numbers to how unsuccessful late closers like these horses have been in the Kentucky Derby. My research goes back to 1992. They're among the worst bets in the Kentucky Derby, horses coming from way behind. And there are several reasons for that I go into. One of them is the trouble they run into. It's a 20-horse field. Almost always they're going to have to slow down at some point, if not check or alter their path. And these horses, because the reason they're late closers is because they don't have a lot of speed out of the gate. They're not all that nifty on their feet. So their speed comes from a slow gathering of momentum. When that momentum is broken, it's very difficult for them to get going at that top rate of speed again. They often end up second and third in the Kentucky Derby, partially because of that. The other rule of thumb that I use for late closers in a general handicapping sense is that the late closer has to be faster than the horses that he's trying to pass. Sometimes in cheaper races, that's not true because the speed won't hold up. The horses aren't of that high of quality. But when you get to this level, a grade 1, grade 2 level, you're going to run into at least one horse in those races who will not just throw in the towel because he's run fast early. So that's the other problem that these late closers have. So let's look at the Bluegrass Stakes. In that race, we have two of these horses, Zandon, the winner, and Smile Happy, the runner-up. In that race, you can see that Emmanuel takes the lead. Emmanuel is a very lightly raced horse, and so he's stepping up, and you can see that in the fractions. Although the fractions come up slow, it was 112.65 to the 6 furlong mark. That's not fast for grade 1, grade 2 stakes race for 3-year-olds. But it is for Emmanuel. Emmanuel I believe it was 5 lengths faster than anything that he's ever run to the halfway point of a race. So he's leg weary as they turn for home. He should be easy to pass. Smile Happy broke about 5th or 6th, moved up to 3rd. He's stalking a slow pace. He's got a first shot at him. Everything sets up for Smile Happy here. And he takes the lead at the top of the stretch and should go on to victory, except for the fact that he's not very fast. So Zandon, who had trouble in the race, not surprisingly, because he always breaks far back, has to weave his way through the field. But Flavian Prat, the jockey, great turf rider. He rides him kind of like a turf horse here, saves his burst for last, and goes on past Smile Happy to win. Now, that all looks good for Zandon, except the final time is 150.35, and that is not fast for the Bluegrass Stakes historically. In the 8 years since they moved it back to dirt off of synthetic, that's the 5 winners have run faster than Zandon. So he's kind of in the bottom tier among recent winners. If you go back to the last 20, 25 years on dirt, he's even further back. He's probably 19th or 20th fastest in the Bluegrass on dirt in the last 2 decades or so. So Zandon is lightly raced. He could improve off of that, but keep in mind, he has to be faster than the horses he's chasing. He also has to be faster than the other closers. And for Zandon to move up to that extent off of a slow Bluegrass victory seems highly unlikely to me. And that is a good way to introduce Mo Donegal. Mo Donegal's same type of runner, comes from way back, does not start well, likely to run into trouble in a 20-horse field. However, he won the Wood Memorial, and he won it in a time that was very fast for the Wood Memorial, especially in the past 10 years or so. No one has really come close to the time that he finished in. So he looks like the best of these three closers. He looks like he could be faster than the horses he's chasing. He's definitely, I think, faster than the other deep closers in the race. So Mo Donegal of these three looks to be the best with this running style. However, you have to question the Wood Memorial final time. Even though it was very fast, it was also very fast for the horse who set the pace in that race, Early Voting. Early Voting, again, like Emmanuel, was a very lightly raced horse. He was running much faster than he typically does, and he held well through the stretch, and his final time is among the fastest in the Wood Memorial in the last 20 years. And if you look at the third place horse, who really isn't very good, his final time was 5 lengths faster than he's ever run before. So it looks like maybe the surface produced the fast time for Mo Donegal. I think that raises a big question mark with him too. And as I said, that running style generally doesn't do well in the Derby. If that race is not as fast as it looks, if you can't take that final time at face value, then Mo Donegal is an unlikely winner of the Kentucky Derby also. That's our view of three closers in the Derby. Click like or subscribe to see our other videos in this series, and go to lazybettorusa.com. We've got lots of great Kentucky Derby content plus general handicapping information. You can sign up for the Racetrack Super Scout and get the Lazy Bettor's guide for to the Kentucky Derby. As part of that package, you'll also get our Kentucky Derby preview as part of that package. So lazybettorusa.com. Thanks for watching, and good luck in the Kentucky Derby.